Hello my dear Taurus, this is your love and spirituality reading for the time between January 1st and January 15, 2018 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. So I have put the astrological information for the month of January in a video of its own, so you can check out if you want to. I also want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year or Happy Holidays for anyone that celebrates something else or have a different calendar. So I used Modern Spellcasters Tarot by Melanie Marquez and illustrated by Scott Murphy. And I will open your deck here. So we see the World and Temperance card. So it seems like it's amazing energy at hand for you, Taurus. It's something that's ending, something that has been going on that's ending, and it has like immediately a new fresh beginning, that you are growing into something that we might not have seen before. You are becoming something new. You are expanding yourself and your own awareness, and probably you are ending a larger karmic cycle as well. So sorry, I'm going to fix the camera a little bit. Okay, so I call the divine with love and light. And here we have the Six of Wands, so leading the troops towards victory. And I called 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world. Love. This is a love card. This is the second card for love in the major arcana. And I call the 6 elements. Sorry. Earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us for today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Taurus viewers. So I want my dear Taurus to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. Okay, yes, so we saw the 9 of Swords that came through, and the 4 of Pentacles, and also this last card which I've already forgotten. Okay, so it wasn't important, hopefully. The Hermit and the 8 of Swords. So it seems like you will go through something where you need to put firm boundaries and free yourself from an ancient prison that is actually, it was a prison from the beginning, but now it's just a mental prison for you. It's things that you don't allow yourself to do because you fear that there will be dangerous consequences, and it might be very tied up towards your boundaries, like when are you allowed to say stop, when are you allowed to say yes, when are you allowed to say no. So with self-realization, you are going to be able to free yourself from this mental prison, and you're it's like you're, what I've said before when you got this card, it's like you're lying here, Taurus, in the burning fire, and you're not flinching. It's like you can tolerate to be with difficult people. It's this song I have referred to before, Heathens. No, I don't remember the group, even though I had it on my playlist. Sorry, I'm just not very good with names. But anyway, heathens, it's like all my friends are heathen, take it slow, wait for them to ask me, ask you what you know. So it's like you have like invisible rules that you are following, and that's keeping you tied up into a situation that's not really healthy for you. But now with these cards that I've seen, you will be able to break free from this, because you will be able to, you will probably be tested with something that's similar to what you have been through before, and you will waken up and you will see, no, I don't tolerate this, I don't take this, it's done, I'm not going to take any kind of crap anymore. Okay, so my dear Taurus, what's going on for you? First part of January 2018, building a house together with a child. Okay, so either you have become more in your inner child, so you might be dealing with like processes inside of you where you are a little bit childish because you are taking in your inner child. So you might become like over emotional or very, very stubborn or something like this, something that wasn't allowed for you when you were a child. You are going to start to practice on doing that now. Or you might be dealing with a partner or a co-worker or something that suddenly becomes very childish. They might have been able to behave in a certain area for a long, long time. They have been tampering themselves, holding themselves back, having all these rules around them, and suddenly they start to become impossible. Instead, they have always been calm, and now they are screaming about everything. So it's the child that wasn't allowed to come out and play. It's now need to be able to come out and play, but you can still, you need to, if you have a person like this in your life, you need to be receptive, but also have boundaries. You need to be like a strict, loving mother. Either you're a male or a female. Like, I don't tolerate when you're doing this. Like you're acting like this way towards me, but I know where it's coming from, because you have some locked up feelings. So can we please look at what it's feeling inside of you, since you are acting this way? So it might be a much better way to approach this. They need to have this temper tantrum or whatever, because they are starting to free themselves from old shackles, but it might not be that comfortable to be around them. And if you have to work together with them, or they are maybe your mother or your grown-up child or your partner or something, and you're going to have to deal with them, you can help them by putting up a mirror, not to make them ashamed for how they feel, because they have been ashamed of this enough during their lifetime. That's why they are acting like this. So don't shame them, just show them like you are broken here, see, you're hurting. Can we talk about it? Can I help you? Don't take it out on me. I won't tolerate it, but I'm willing to help you. So a little bit this approach. So we are in Sweden. Time is like 1:30, and it's getting really dark. So you will see shadows. It's because I had to turn on the light. Usually I'm sitting underneath my roof window, and it's like beautiful light, but it's like evening dark already. So, okay. So I'll just, your reading is done, and I'll tune into it. Okay. So my dear Taurus, this is your future. This is your now, and this is the past. So in the past here we have an Ace of Pentacles. So I think you have already started like a new beginning. It has been a new dawn for you, and there's a chance of something. So this is actually, even if it's like a difficult situation that will come into your life, it's a chance. It's like a seed to do something in a new way. You will be tested, and if you succeed, you will graduate, and your life will be so much more happy. So try to do the work. Either which side you are on in this game. Either you are the one having the temper tantrum or the one on the receiving end. Try to take this as the chance that it is to free you both from some old shackling. And here you have the now, so it's the Queen of Swords. It's kind of the strict teacher mother that doesn't tolerate crap, but seeing exactly what kind of medicine that's needed. So you will be able to see things from an above perspective, and now you won't be silent about it this time. You will tell exactly what you see. You will trust your wisdom. It's like this song, the list of what is wrong, the thing you told them all along. So this all along, what you have told them all along, you need to trust this. Don't be like, oh, it's not my place to say, it's not, I can't start to dig in that with them. Maybe they will be upset with me, or they don't want to talk about those feelings things. You know exactly what it is, and you have a big list with what you know, because this is the only way we can become aware of our shadow, through other people. So do people the courtesy to show them with love and consideration that I see you're hurting. I see you have wounds. Can we talk about it? Can we work it through? And if they don't want to work it through, and they want to throw this tantrum towards you, you cut them out and you say, no, this won't happen. I won't tolerate it. I can help you, but I won't be your punching bag. Okay, so it's like this. Very good. I'm laughing because it's freedom to this. I'm seeing that you're freeing yourself. Five of Swords is this this tantrum, what I've been talking about. It's what you need to release yourself from, and you might need to go into a battle to do this. So sharpen your arrows, sharpen your swords, also open your heart, so you will be able to go to this war like a rainbow warrior, and not a warrior that will steal things from others and leave them without energy and without any joy. You are a warrior for love, not for, and for truth and justice, not for stealing more riches to yourself. Okay, so here is your past, and we have the Seven of Swords. So someone has not been able to see their shadow, or not being able to confront their difficulties. It's like a person feeling like, I don't have, it's too painful, it will take too much time, I don't want to dig into that, I don't want to see that, we'd brush it up underneath the carpet, I don't want to be aware of it, don't remind me. So it's a person that doesn't want to do the job. They shy away, run away also. They might become martyrs as well, like taking on a tremendous load and carrying it around with a difficult look on their face. So don't fall for that. Let them carry it around and say, do you want help? And if they say no, you remember that they said no. Don't take any responsibility if a person is like this, because it's like they are making it difficult for themselves, or you are making it difficult for yourself by it's like you can't align with yourself. You shy away from your shadow, you shy away from the evil things you have done, you shy away from your wound, you shy away from problems. It's not a very particularly responsible way of acting. But if you could actually stay, those swords, they are actually knowledge. Okay, so if this person stayed and did the work, they will get the knowledge. They will find out what it is that they have swept on the carpet, swept under the carpet, and they will free themselves. Okay, like from the Eight of Swords, the prison. Okay, and here we have a Queen of Pentacles. So Queen of Pentacles is of course you, Taurus. So you have been doing this as well as others. I need to see what, yes, the Ace of Pentacles. So you have been doing this for a great many days, maybe your whole life. You have been like, no, it's not my place to say, or I keep my mouth shut, or I don't want to cause anyone any trouble, and you have gone around like this, a little bit like martyr, and now you need to be your grown-up Taurus self and become like a person that are able to be a teacher, also for yourself and for your inner entity. So you might have this mirroring, you might see this as like, oh, this difficult person, oh, she is so, oh, like this, always martyr, always never can say what it is on her mind. And it's really also a big fat shadow for you, Taurus. So you might want to check that out. Usually we have the problem, like if I have a problem with a person, I do Byron Katie's The Work. You can buy the book or find on our webpage how to do this. It's like you're writing down the person's worst quality, everything that you hate with this person, and then you turn it around and you write it all about you, like I am this way and I am that way, and you will see that you are also acting this way, but in another situation, maybe with another person. So it's also a wonderful way to become aware of your own shadow. And here we have death. So death comes. Yes. Okay, so it's a big change. It's like the freedom from this prison. You won't stay in this old situation anymore. The martyr is gone. Like it's not going, you are going to start to take responsibility. It's going to be very positive. You are going to you have sown something new with this seed, and you're about to harvest it, and it's going to be like you're playing hard balls. It's not like a soft game anymore. It's like, it's very, you're going to be very determined, both with yourself and with other people. You're going to demand more of them, like either you change or this breaks. It's either or. So you won't tolerate like people not helping you, and you won't even tolerate yourself not doing the work. So And here we have a Four of Pentacles, so death and Four of Pentacles. Okay, so you'll have a stubborn energy in your life. It might be you being this stubborn energy. 4 is connected also to the death card. 13, 1 plus 3 is 4. So we see here this person wants to keep everything for themselves. It might be that you have a certain reputation to protect, like you have always be holier than holier, and gone around with this this face, like having the mask on, like with the 7 of Swords, and pretending like everything is well. But you see now light is shining in here. You are going to start seeing what it is that you're holding on so tightly to. What kind of face is it that you want to show to the world, and that is kind of going now. Okay, you won't be able to keep up this charade or this this face. It won't hold, because maybe you won't have any strength to hold it. And here you have also a Queen of Cups. So Queen of Cups might be a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces person in your life. Death is also Scorpio. This is the emotional part of you. It might be what you have been keeping entrapped. Like this side of you, the big martyr, like I will do it, I will fix it, no one is helping, no one is doing it together with me, and it's like this. And it might be a male person that's doing this, it might be a female, it doesn't matter. It's just like a feminine part of you that is very it's taking on other people's energy, because it wants to be loved. So again, it's your face. You want to be loved, you want to be appreciated, you want to be shown as like a person that's doing the work, taking responsibility, being nice, being well raised. So you have a very polished facade, but it's starting to break and crack up a little bit, because you're not going to do a lot of stuff just to be loved. You're going to start loving yourself and everything about you. Also, when you are lazy, or when you don't want to take responsibility for anyone else's crap and say, well, I have enough with my own problems, thank you. So, this is going to, it's like mundane things. It's not big things. Even if you have death here, it's like, it's actually a healthy new beginning. It's something, it's a new dawn for you. What you see with the my lamp there, it's like a sunrise. Yes. So, okay, the next, this is in December, and here we have January. So we have the 7 of Cups, together with the 7 of Swords. So someone has in your early days shamed you for who you were, and made you like a person that was not allowed to. Oh, see moon there? It's full moon, new moon, full moon, new moon. I won't play with that. Okay, so someone has shamed you for who you are, and made you feel like you were not good enough as you were. So you have tried to become someone else. Hopelessly, you have tried to become someone else, always ending up in the same place, feeling in the same way, and thinking, what's wrong with me? Why can't I just man up or woman up and, you know, do the work like everyone else, and not be over emotional like everyone else, just be this competent person. But you have tried to be someone that you're not, and it's not going to work. It was not why you were born here anyway. You were not born here to mimic someone else's behavior. You were born here to become you and come with your unique gift. And here you have been trying to do something else. So you don't feel loved, no matter what you do, how hard you work or how nice you are trying to be, you still don't feel loved, because you're not showing your true face. People knows it. You need to show them your authentic self. Also the one that has some kind of flaws, or are not being like always so like always so I want to say responsible and always taking so much care. Maybe you want to be a little bit selfish now and then. Maybe you want to save your own energy, like with the 4 of Pentacles here. Have some boundaries, not let people like use you as I'm seeing this it's like a meadow, but it's more like a field where people are sowing their seed and they're reaping their seeds, and they're sowing more seeds and they're reaping seeds, and you are becoming like the earth. You are becoming all exhausted. You're just giving it away, giving it away, giving it away, and just because you want to be loved, just because you want to be taken care of, and you want people to you want people to admire you, or to love you, or for you to be included and all those things. And when you were smaller, maybe you never felt included. Okay. So the next card for you here is Six of Swords. So Six of Swords, it came also for Gemini, but underneath here where you have the Queen of Swords. So Six of Swords comes, you have Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. I'm thinking you're storing your feminine side. It's like you're allowing yourself to be more feminine, to be more also preserving your feminine energy and not just giving it away to anyone. So you have this little box here that is your vulnerability or your inner core, and here you have the Hermit, so it's self-realization and the feminine here. So you're starting to realize who you are, and you're starting to worship yourself, like really loving yourself, really taking care of yourself, really starting to understanding yourself. So no longer the Seven of Swords, but the Six of Swords. If you feel like you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it. So it's just like that. It's a freedom to that notions. It's a freedom to, instead of like, oh, it's something wrong with me, I don't want this. Well, you don't want it, just say so. I don't want it, I don't want to do it. I refuse. Okay. Oh, so Six of Swords, you're starting to get to know yourself, like the Queen of Pentacles. You're getting to know the Taurus you. And underneath Death, we have Five of Cups. So this won't be without pain, because you're starting to become more you. But people around you might start to do revolution against this, what you are like. Yes, they are starting to do revolution, and you are doing revolution. So everyone is doing revolution here, because everyone tries to become themselves. And you see this little face, like how he is concentrating and maybe thinking, should I? Shouldn't I? Should I spill this? Shouldn't I spill this? I have already sacrificed this. It's like almost threatening to sacrifice like a friend. You have seen, I have already sacrificed these 3 friends. Do you want to be next? It's like this. So people will start doing this towards one another, because you can't tolerate being someone else anymore, and you don't want to take other people's bullshit. And a lot of people are starting to do revolution also and become more themselves. And during this period, they can be like small children and run around doing crazy things. So I think it will be a lot of disappointment in your relationship, and maybe also endings when you're starting to define yourself. So try to be more tolerant with each other. See that you're both actually working with the same thing, and no one is evil, no one is the holier than holier here. Everyone has their flaws. So it seems like you're going on a little bit of a killing spree here, and just ending your relationship, just stopping with whatever you're doing, and you're just sacrificing it. Because you're starting to align so much with yourself, and it's a good thing, but it's just a phase. So don't go through this phase and change and then find yourself all alone when this is done. So try to have a little bit more be a little bit tolerate, not other people's crap, like they're throwing crap, but be more, understand them. If a person suddenly acts crazy, like a crazy person, and they haven't done this before, you can probably understand that something is going on with them, like inwardly. So it's not personal towards you. It's something that they are going through. So it might hurt you because you are so entangled with this person, or dependent on this person, or this person might have been your cliff before, like your rock that you can, they were rock solid, you can lean on them, and now suddenly they are like all emotional and fragile, and they are working on boundaries, and they are flickery, like one day they are stable, the other day they are emotional, and the next day they are so wise, and then they become unwise and maybe withdrawing from you and behaving like really crazy. And it might disturb your process where you are trying to become more self-loving when another person acts like a child. So it's actually like it's pointing in your wounds, like this, scraping in your wounds and hurting you. So communication, try to, this Six of Swords is like the knowledge in your heart being communicated to others in a way that they can understand. Try that. Also, like what you see with them, what I told you before with the Queen of Swords, what you see, that I see you're hurting, I see you have problems, I see what you're doing. Can we talk about it? Maybe the person won't, because they have the Four of Pentacles. They might be like a little bit like a crab. It might be a Cancer or someone with water in their chart, becoming like this. They are clenching when you're trying to, because they don't want to. They think if they talk about the wound, it would hurt even more. And probably it will for a while. But then when you give your wound attention, it will start to heal. So it's like they hiding away an infectious wound from you and don't want to show you it, because maybe they are embarrassed, or maybe they are not allowed to feel like this. It might be a masculine person, since we have a 4 here. So it might be a masculine person that has integrated their female side and thinking that they might have catch something. I must starting to become, maybe I will have the influenza. So, but really they have been starting to have their heart in the right place, and they will become emotional and maybe even over emotional and be like, especially during the moon phases, they can go like crazy. So they are not used to have this feminine side awakening in them, so they don't know how to deal with this superpower. So try to be, like, if the other person isn't cool, try to be cool yourself. Yes, and here we see the Strength card. So it shows that put boundaries towards this person, but be like the bigger person. Be strong and cool and mature and fully aware of like your body and your instincts, and listen to your instincts. Listen to this awareness. This might be a Leo person also acting like this. Listen to the red flags as well. I see the red here. So be very aware of what's going on. Don't let things go south without you noticing. Try to be on top of things. When you see a person starting to acting strange, you catch them in their act and say, I see something is going on with you here. I see you're clenching up. I'm seeing you become very fragile. Tell me what it is. We can talk about it. Talk is important. Hugs might be important too. Yes, I think it's a masculine person that's starting to have their feminine side awakening, and they want to be this strong hero for you. So how can they show you that they have just found, like, somewhere down in a well somewhere, all wet and abandoned, they found their feminine side, and she is all like, she's so hurt and she's so fragile, and this person might not know either. It's a masculine person or someone that has acted rather cool before. Suddenly they have this fragile entity inside of them, and you are used to being able to lean on this person, and now you can't, or they are used to being able to lean on you, but now they can't because you are becoming very fragile. So stay with the fragility, start to open your heart, expose what's there, tell people what's hurting, start to do the work with yourself, try to find out, okay, I feel like this. What is this reminding me of? You can check out my pain video. You will find it in my playlist Personal Growth, and do this pain deep diving. But for you that has like a person that has been your rock before becoming like crumbling like this, it's not personal, it's not about you, it's about them. They have found something, they have found a treasure down in the deep water diving. They have found a soul part, a lost soul part, and it's coming back, and they really don't know what to do with it, because that's the reason to why they put it in the shadow in the first place. It's because maybe they were supposed to, you're a man, you're not supposed to cry, you're not supposed to be this, you're not supposed to be that. Also with females, you're supposed to work, you're supposed to do your like your chores, you're supposed to like show up here 6 o'clock and every morning, so don't turn in sick, whatever it can be. So it's something that this person hasn't been allowed to do, and now they need to start to take care of this entity. Okay, so next card here is the Temperance card. I'm sorry, it has become really dark here. I think I'm turning out of batteries actually. Okay, so sorry, I will pause a little bit. Now it's better, yes. Okay, so here in the future we have the Alchemist card. So it's like all these people all around the world that's starting to feel all these strange feelings inside. They are also going to heal. And we see for your point of end, it's like your head and your heart that needs to unite. You need to be able to be both fragile and still be able to have logic, and everything is allowed to be there. They just need to get along inside of you. It's not one over the other, like the heart has all the saying or the mind has all the saying. You're supposed to work together with your different sides. Sevens are always challenges. 7 is 14. And so it's something that you're working on here. And we can see here also what's going on with you is that you have not been able to stand up for your feelings, so they need to be seen now and leveled, so you can be more balanced. And your feelings is your intuition, it's your hunches and guesses. It will make you know if a person is like reliable or not. So you need your feelings, but you don't want them to be all over the place. And when they become all over the place, when you lie about what you feel, when you pretend like, I can withstand that, I can tolerate that this person is doing this towards me. No, you can't. The feelings say no, you can't. So even if it feels like strange, you might need to tell a person, maybe you don't want to, for example, you don't want to control your partner. So you don't want to tell your partner that you didn't come home last night, you never called me, because you want them to be free. You want them to be able to do whatever they want, not be like, you want to trust them that they don't do anything that's hurting your relationship. But actually you feel this feeling that this was not good. You feel that you start to not trust them, but your head is saying, don't say anything. Pretend like nothing happened. keep your mouth shut. And here it won't work anymore. With this Alchemist card, you will have to say, I was real worried when you were out last night. If you don't call me, I think that something has happened to you, or that I can't trust you, that you're up to something phony business. And are you trying to destroy the relationship between us two? I'm feeling very anxious right now. So you might need to start to say also those things that might be jeopardizing a relationship, because you can't sell off one part of you and, you know, hush it just because the sake of you want to keep this situation. Okay, so I need to check what's under here. 5 of Swords. Okay, so you will have to go into battles. And here you have the Page of Cups. It came in the same position for both Pisces, Gemini, and you. So it's something maybe today with I'm doing this the 14th December. So it might be talking about something that's going on, like on the heavens, astrological, that your inner child, all your inner children are awakening here. And it's the inner jewelry there in the box. And it's going to be, like you see here, it's trying to drink like alcohol, maybe to they don't know what to do about this feeling they have, and you don't know what to do with this feeling, but you are going to learn. With the Temperance card, you are going to learn the hard way, learning by doing, by jeopardizing your most vulnerable relationships maybe, or the one that you really care about, and you need to start telling people how it really is. And if they are gone the next day, either they overreacted, took things very personal, or they were not really loving you. Okay, so it's a test also for the stability of your relationship. Are they really worth having in the first place? Okay, so Page of Cups, it's like an offer of love, messages of love, and you have the 6 of Swords here. So you're going to start to communicate your inner child and your true needs and wants and such. Your light burned out, so I fixed it. Okay, so the next card here is the High Priest, and it comes underneath this death and taxes. Yes, this is death and taxes. Okay, so this is Taurus. So, and it's kind of the boot that you all have been living under, to follow rules and regulations, being a good citizens, acting like you have learned, been taught how to act, be like, respect other people, do your work, don't like smudge your feelings over other people and all those things. That's actually there for a reason, but you are kind of outgrown those rules. We needed them for quite some time, but now when our souls are stepping in, we are becoming so much more than just rules. And those rules have actually been hurting you for quite some time, but they hurt you because they wanted to trigger this next evolutionary step. So it might be that you need to face up to authority. We have this Taurus high Hierophant, and here we have the 5 of Swords. This is 5. This is 5. Most of you are born in the month 5. Okay, so you are going to have to face up to what it was that you buckled down to in the first place. Like, why did you start to behave in a way that weren't authentic? You did this because you wanted to be approved by this energy, like society, family, social traditions, religions, whatever it is that you needed to suit into or fit into, and now you are going to have to sacrifice this, like not being a part of that society anymore, leaving that religion, saying to your family that you are not approving of this way of being anymore, or telling your partner that enough is enough, or even telling your boss that enough is enough. So it's very dark here, you see. So it's something that you have avoided for quite some time. You didn't want to do this because you didn't want to, you didn't want to taint your valuable life situations with making a fuss. So you have just tolerated this, and now it won't be tolerated anymore. It's like this is pushing you. This Death and 5 of Cups and the Hierophant is pushing you. 5, also 5. So you won't be able to keep status quo anymore. And also the 14 Temperance card, 1 plus 4, 1 plus 4 is 5. So this is like the new scientist putting new things into the library. And the new things is like you won't tolerate whatever has been going on, and you're going to start to become authentic, and you're not going to, you see the authentic, it's like she's hiding the moon, he's hiding his tail here. So they are hiding who they really are to be able to fit in and to not get like bad consequences. But now you are going to stand up and take the bad consequences because you won't sell yourself off anymore. Okay, slavery is done. And here we have the 9 of Cups. So it seems like it's very hopeful for this person that you're dealing with too. I think this is a person that you're dealing with, but it might be like another side of you as well. And for some, it will be the other way around, that this is Taurus and this is another person, but I think this is you. In most cases, 9 of Cups, it shows that this person that has been a little bit crazy in your life is still the person that you are supposed to be with. You have asked for them to heal and for you to heal, and this is part of the healing process, so you just have to roll with it, go with it, and also pray for them too, pray for like their happiness too. And during those full moons that we will go through, we will have 2 full moons in January. Stay with like your pain, but also with the love. Stay with the love. Don't start to become bitter or hateful. Stay with the love, so you will heighten your vibration and actually download like a much more higher vibration overall for everyone that's in your circuit. And here we have the 10 of Swords. So 10 of Swords, it came for Gemini too, but underneath the Gemini card, now it comes underneath Emperor. Emperor is usually Aries, but it might be Taurus or any fire sign or any kind of authoritative person. They also need to lose their face. Their face of being indestructible, always being cool, never being dramatic, always being level. These things needs to go too. Their their protection, their exterior is going to go too. And you see that they have the Taurus symbol here, and it's a fire, like, oh, it's starting to rain. We have so much snow here now. It's beautiful, but yes, it was only for Lucia, but now it's raining. Okay, so it's a little bit of a rainy day for this person too, even though it's snow there, because it's tears, I guess, with feeling backstabbed like this. But it's not really that they're backstabbed. It's more like they need to become their soul self, instead of they need to sacrifice this exterior self for their soul to come through from the gateway of death, which we either being born through or dying through. But it's like their soul wants to come through here, and it's like the end game for the old way of being. So it's a little bit with the death and the Ten of Swords both being kind of death card, and this Five of Cups, that there will be a lot of dramas in your relationship and maybe quarrels that will lead to endings. But it's mostly because you are healing, you see, with these beautiful cards here. You are actually healing. It's just that this person is going through some, like what I said, they have just found their soaking wet inner feminine, and she's dying. So she died from them, and now she's just being reciprocated. Okay, just took her first breath. And she's still as wounded as she were when they expelled her down in their shadow. So you need to have some understanding that they are going through hell here with this revival. But they need to revive this. They need to get their whole soul together here, so they can break through this this oak that has been on the whole world's population. You need to be like this, or else. This oak is going to go up in smoke like this. It's going to end like this. The old backbone, our old society, it's not going to work in the same way when everyone become their own authority and fully grown, and not needs to be so pampered anymore. So also authority itself will start to wither because of the balance. So the more competent you will become, the less competent police will be, military, government, school, because you are getting the knowledge. You don't need them anymore. So they will start to wither and become like, you can't depend upon them anymore, because they will become weakened when you become strong. So that will be another part that I don't know so much about just yet. Okay, so this is your wisdom of the divination oracle cards. So I will see something for Taurus here in January, and we have come to the edge. So come to the edge. I'm sorry for this lighting. Very beautiful card. Yes, you are definitely at the edge of something. Edge maybe of your patience. Or also this newborn energy. It doesn't have that much toleration for like outside challenges, because it's also already very fragile. Also this inner feminine is very fragile. So people will be like a little bit on edge, and it might be that you will have to fall to see that it wasn't so. Like usually when death comes, we need to face fears that we have had, and just go through it. And actually the thing that we have feared the most will happen, and then we will have to go through it, and we will be stronger because of it, and that will be the ultimate gift. Essential meanings here with come to the edge is courage, taking a leap of faith, overcoming fear, and accepting a risk. Facing the unknown is the only choice you really have right now if you want to progress. It's okay to be afraid. Now is the time to take a risk that is not calculated. To feel the exhilaration as, it's a big book, so it's taking time for me to turn. It's like really thick and heavy, even if it's small. You're ready yourself for a leap of faith. Spirit is present, so let go of fear. You are called to express your true self. Listen to your heart and soul, not your head. Come to the edge and discover that you can fly. You must step into the unfamiliar so that you may find your miracles. So I will also read a little bit with the relationship message. I'm usually not doing that, but I see that it's scary to be truly intimate with someone, to allow him or her to see all of you, especially the parts that you have kept hidden and protected, like this male entity, like it might be a female with male like being masculine in her way, that has just awakened her femininity. And so it might go different ways. Now it's time to take the risk and let yourself be seen, truly seen. It's important that you speak up, voice what you need, state who you are, say what you hope for. This is not the time to play it safe, but to take a leap of faith. You will be glad you did. If you're seeking a relationship, the same applies. Take one step towards the goods and they will deliver what you truly desire. Okay, goods might be gods, but... okay. So come to the edge of danger, walking on the edge of danger. And this is the Wild Kuan Yin oracle cards for you, my dear Taurus. And we have the slave dances into freedom. Maybe it was Scorpio that got it the other day, I don't remember, but it suits well here. 21. I see the faces of slaves. I free you. It's the same song that came for Pisces and Gemini. It's the Game of Thrones. I'm doing this with my right side brain, so I'm getting really stupid when I'm doing the readings because I don't remember my usually knowledge. So it's Games of Thrones. It's someone that has MELODYSHEEP maybe have done this. I'm the Dragon's Daughter. I will put it in the description box for you. You can check the description box for many of the readings. I have put some song there that's for you. So you have been on path to no longer serve your highest. You have been on a path that no longer serves your highest good. The time has come for you to be free from it, and it doesn't have to be relationships and such. I don't see that you are together with someone that's. I see that your family is like, okay, you're supposed to be with these people. It's more this what you have done to yourself, like your old way of acting. I shall free you from the negative influence of even the most persistent struggle or devastating condition with one simple gesture. Do not be attached to the way you have endured, my beloved wild warrior. It is over by my grace. A new reality of freedom is yours. It's time to dance your way into freedom. So, yes, do not be this slave anymore to your old way of being that you were to become loved. So I will take a last oracle card from this. It's the Vibrational Energy Earth Children with Debbie A. Anderson. So it's for children, but you have a child here. So we'll see what's about that child. Okay, Earth Gnome. It's very suitable for you, Taurus. I will actually read this. I usually don't because it's for children, so it will have a childish angle. Earth Gnome. There it is. Although you seem small, you have very time-honored service to provide the earth. It is your duty to guard the earth's underground treasures. Every day you can make a difference in how we care for our planet just by what you do or say. You have the ability to teach others how to respect the environment because you are in tune with Mother Earth. Pick up litter, reuse something, grow things. These are all ways to bring about changes. Vibrational Earth Children are sacred guardians who can make changes to the planet. Oh, that was beautiful. Okay, my dear Taurus, I hope this will help you on your current endeavors. And I want you to take really good care, and also Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And you're welcome back for my mid-month January reading that I will perform around New Year somewhere. Okay, bye-bye.